What's up, gang? How you guys doing? It is Lieutenant Sal Blue, and I'm gonna tell you right now. It is Friday. I'm coming up on the weekend. I'm really tired because I had a very long night last night, and I still got up with the work. And forgive me if I yawn a few times throughout this podcast. I guarantee you, it is not boring. It is some critical stuff that I should be talking to you guys about to help you to move forward, to change your life, to make your life better. So, listen, if that's enough for the introduction, let's cue the podcast. What's up, gang? This is Lieutenant Sal Blue, 28-year law enforcement veteran and the author of the top 25 mistakes and routes to the good life, coming at you today with my daily podcast. That is right, guys. My daily podcast is mostly about some of the mistakes that I made in my route to the good life in my book, Top 25 Mistakes. If you guys haven't grabbed your copy, get your copy today. It is on Amazon, $19.95. Pick it up. Right? I'll leave the link in the description on YouTube, guys. And for you other guys who are listening on the podcast on Spotify, just hop over to my website, lieutenantsalblue.com, and I'm running some specials over there for my books, courses, my audiobooks, and tons of other things that I'm going to be giving away on my website at lieutenantsalblue.com. So you guys get over there and check it out. But anyway, just to move on with this podcast, guys, I want to say one thing. I want to say that sometimes in life, right? Sometimes in life, but as a matter of fact, many times in life. How about I say that? Many times in life, right? Someone else other than you is making a critical decision on something that is important to you, right? And you may feel that they are making that decision impulsively, emotionally, or whatever you may be thinking. And a lot of times, guys, if you have done like I've done, and you have laid the groundwork in your family, laid the groundwork in a lot of people around you, as in your philosophies and how you feel and how passionate you are about this thing and that thing, a lot of times they're speaking for you when you're at a place of disconnect. Maybe you're too tired, maybe you're distracted, and you never know. But a lot of times when like I know when my wife says some things that I need to do and I don't want to do them and I'm struggling not to do them, a lot of times they are the right thing to do. And so last night my daughter was really worked up over my Shelby. My Shelby's my princess, right? And so she wanted to take Shelby to the urgent care, and I wanted to wait till today and just take her to the regular vet. And so in doing so, obviously she is a excellent negotiator, as my daughter should be. And we ended up taking a ride, an hour ride there, hour ride back, and about 3 or 4 hour wait there. So I didn't get home till about 1 o'clock in the morning last night, after leaving the house at around 7:30, 8 o'clock. So it was a long night. It was a long night, but at the end of the day, we learned some more things about Shelby, and we helped to ease her discomfort. So she's 14 years old. So I believe that my daughter made the right call, and me wanting to wait was probably the wrong call at the time. It wasn't an emergency, but it was important to her. And so I'm glad that we did take that trip. It was very important that we did. So just want to thank you, Ty, for stepping up and really being the strong alpha woman that you are. So thank you. That is for you. But anyway, guys, let's get into this podcast a little more, because one of the things that I wanted to talk about two things, right? The first thing that I wanted to talk about was your investment, right? Your investment on your goals, right? what is your investment on your goals? I know that I have an investment in writing my book, and I wrote my book. I have an investment in starting a business, and I started my business. Um, I have an investment in creating a profitable business that can help me and my family to live in comfort and set up generational wealth. So, um, in saying that, guys, I heard somebody asking one of their clients. I'm always paying attention to coaches and client interviews because I just want to be a better coach and I want to be a better consultant and I want to do better interviews, especially when I begin doing interviews on my podcast. So I'm always listening to that stuff. And one of the questions that he asked his client was, he said, are you interested in achieving the goals that you have written down, or are you committed? Right? And it was a huge pause in that because basically his client was like, what's the difference? What is the difference between being interested and being committed? And so he explained it to his client. What is the difference? Right? The difference is when you're interested in something, things can get in your way. Things can knock you off track. Um, things can stop you from achieving your goal when you're interested in something, right? That's the same thing as have to do with relationships, right? When you just have an interest in somebody, that interest fades or someone else comes along, and so that interest is not the same as commitment, right? A commitment in a relationship is something that you go all in on, right? You're going all in on a relationship. But the same thing goes for your goals. What is your commitment to your goals, right? That means that when you're committed to your goals, nothing is going to stop you from reaching them. No matter what happens, no matter what obstacles get in the way, no matter what occurs in your life, you're going to reach your goals. And so when you place your goals, right, and you write your goals, I suggest that you have daily goals, obviously, and weekly goals and monthly goals, right? And so when you have those goals, what I suggest you do especially on your daily goals, is have 3 things that you are committed to doing no matter what. You're committed to doing. You're locked into those goals, and nothing's going to stop you, right? You're committed to achieve those 3 things today. And if you have reverse engineered the way I talked about your goals, if you commit to those 3 things every day for 7 days, at the end of the week, you will have achieved your weekly goal. And if you commit to that for every day for 30 days, you will have achieved your monthly goal. So that is how you should begin to set up your life when it comes to creating the life that you want, right? You have to start small, and then you have to reverse engineer. But some people can't really go out far when it comes to reverse engineering. They have 5-year visions, but it's impossible for them to have 5-year goals. And I don't suggest you have a 5-year goal, because the world is changing so rapidly that a 5-year goal, by the time you get to where you think you need to be and be the person who you need to become to reach that 5-year goal, you're so far off track to having a life that you want because the world has changed. So you have to pay close attention and keep your finger on the pulse. And the only way you're going to keep your finger on the pulse, guys, is if you do daily goals. Daily, weekly, and monthly goals. That is what's going to move you ahead. That is what's going to allow you to achieve the life that you want. The daily, weekly, and monthly goals. So when you have those goals, right, you literally can measure at the end of the day how much you are committed to achieving your goal. Right? You're not interested in that goal. You're committed, right? So no matter what happens, you're achieving that goal. No matter how little sleep you get, you're doing your podcast, right? No matter how